Hey Browns fans! We have some serious developments to discuss today that could have a major impact on our team. Before we get into today's big story, be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest Browns news. Let's dive in. So, as if the Browns running back situation wasn't already facing enough challenges, we just got another blow during Wednesday's training camp practice. This time, it's Pierre Strong Jr. who's the focus of concern. Strong, who was brought in to add depth to our RB group, left practice in an ambulance after suffering what's being described as an upper body injury. Now, for a little context, Strong was supposed to be part of the Browns' contingency plan as Nick Chubb continues his rehab from last season's knee injury. Chubb is on track to make a full recovery, but there's still some uncertainty about when exactly he'll be back to 100%. That's why Strong's role has seemed increasingly important until this latest scare. The injury happened during a routine practice against the tackle dummies. At first, it didn't seem too serious. Strong walked off the field with trainers, but things soon got worse. Cameron Justice reported that Strong was put in an ambulance for further evaluation. And this isn't the first time we've seen something like this happen in camp. Remember when D'Onta Foreman was rushed to the hospital earlier this month after that scary neck injury? He was able to recover and return to practice a week later, so we're all hoping for the same speedy recovery for Strong. But this situation puts even more pressure on the Browns' already thin RB spot. With Chubb out, Strong was expected to share the load with Foreman and Jerome Ford. Strong excelled last season after Chubb's injury, turning 63 carries into 291 yards and a touchdown. He was traded to us from the Patriots last August and quickly proved he could handle more responsibility. But now, with Strong's status up in the air, we're left wondering who will step up to the plate. Head coach Kevin Stefanski is expected to give an update on Strong's status soon, but until then, it looks like Ford and Foreman will carry the load. Of course, there's always the option of bringing in some outside help. The free agent market is pretty soft right now, but we could potentially bring back someone like Kareem Hunt, who is still available and knows the system well after spending the last 5 seasons with us. This news definitely casts a shadow over our upcoming preseason finale against the Seattle Seahawks. We're currently 2.5-point favorites according to FanDuel Sportsbook, but with our running back situation in such flux, it's hard to predict how things will play out. Saturday's game will be crucial for us, as we'll get a clearer idea of what our backfield will look like heading into the regular season. So, what do you think, Browns fans? How should the team handle this latest injury blow? Should we rely on Ford and Foreman to carry the load, or should we hit free agency for some insurance? Let me know what you think in the comments below. We've got some interesting developments on the roster front, so let's get right into it. The Cleveland Browns have made some moves today, bringing in linebacker Marvin Moody and waiving Brandon Bouye-Randall, who was recently signed but is now designated with an injury. So, what's the story with Moody? This guy has been turning heads in the UFL, playing for the Houston Roughnecks, where he not only held his own at linebacker but also shined on special teams. He was even a finalist for the UFL Special Teams Player of the Year award this past spring. Pretty impressive, right? Moody's journey to the NFL has been all about perseverance. After a solid career at Tulane from 2017 to 2021, he kept grinding and earned his spot in the UFL. Now, he's got his shot with the Browns, and it seems like the team is banking on his special team skills to boost our kick coverage units, an area where we could use some help. Over the next few weeks, it's going to be interesting to see how Moody fits into the roster and whether he can make an impact in Cleveland. With the season right around the corner, every move counts, and Moody's addition could be a key piece of the puzzle. So, what do you think, Browns fans? Will Marvin Moody be the special teams ace we need, or are you concerned about the recent roster shuffle? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The Cleveland Browns are heading into their last preseason game this weekend against the Seattle Seahawks, and as we know, this is the final shot for many players to prove they belong on the 53-man roster. With the roster cut-down deadline approaching, teams, including our Browns, are making tough decisions. On Wednesday, the Browns made an early move by waiving linebacker Brandon Bouye-Randall, who was just re-signed on Monday. According to reports from Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com, Boyer Randall was let go with an injury designation, a move that comes just days before the big cutdown. Boyer Randall had been brought back to the roster after the Browns placed offensive lineman Hakeem Adeniji on injured reserve and waived receiver Matt Landers. But his return was short-lived, as the team decided to part ways once again. This weekend's game against the Seahawks will be crucial for Moody as he gets his first NFL opportunity. All eyes will be on him to see if he can make an impact and earn his spot on the Browns' final roster. So, what do you think, Browns fans? Does Moody have what it takes to make the cut, or should the team be looking elsewhere to fill that linebacker spot? Now, let's get into something that's sure to spark some serious debate among fans. We all know Myles Garrett is an absolute force on the field, right? But one of his teammates just made a bold claim that has everyone talking. Defensive tackle Shelby Harris didn't hold back when he said that Myles Garrett has the potential to be not just the best in the league right now, but the greatest player in NFL history. Yep, you heard that right. During the Browns' 16th training camp practice on Wednesday, Harris said, "You know Myles can be the best player in the world, like ever. It's a matter of tapping into that potential. He's already shown, it's crazy you're talking about the former DPOY, that there's more levels to it. So Myles is a special player and it's a blessing to play with him." Now, let's pause for a moment. We're talking about Myles Garrett, the guy who just won his first ever Defensive Player of the Year award in 2023. He's already shown us what he's capable of, and apparently, there's still another level he can reach. That's pretty mind-blowing, considering how dominant he's been so far. Garrett's rise to greatness is something we've all witnessed, but what's exciting is that he's embracing the challenge to get even better. When the new defensive line coach, Jacques Césaire, challenged him this spring to take his game to the next level, Garrett didn't shy away. Instead, he's pushing himself harder than ever. As we head into the 2024 season, Garrett is already making history. He's ranked 94th all-time in sacks, and with another double-digit sack season, he could shoot up that list fast. Plus, he's just 11.5 sacks away from becoming the youngest player ever to hit 100 sacks. That's elite company, folks. But as much as we love seeing Garrett terrorize opposing quarterbacks, the big question is, can he reach that Lawrence Taylor level and truly be considered one of the greatest of all time? To do that, Garrett might need a Super Bowl ring or maybe even another Defensive Player of the Year award to cement his legacy. So, what do you think, Browns fans? Is Myles Garrett on his way to becoming the best ever, or does he still have more to prove? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Browns content. Thanks for watching, and go Browns!